So already discussed, we are having teaching scheme of 3 hours per week, ESC of 70 marks, and ISC of 30 marks. We don't have ICA. Term work is not there for our subject. Previously it was there, but we have removed in the from the last syllabus. So we are having two sections in engineering syllabus, and in that two sections, their first four chapters are always included in the first section, and four chapters are included in the second section. So we are having number of lectures now. University is asking us to complete the first unit in 8 hours as per their. And so depending on that number of hours duration, the marks weightage of this chapter is decided. Okay, so generally we in 40 hours we are going to cover 70 marks syllabus. So generally 80 divided by 4. I mean this, in that case I think 8 by 4. So 1.75 per lecture we have to cover the mark weightage of nearly about 1.75 marks. So depending on this 8 hours means this weightage for the unit will be near about 14 marks. So this unit out of 70 marks question paper is there. So out of that, this unit will be having weightage of near about 14 marks. Okay. So this unit consisting of review of basic concepts. Already, I think Digvijay sir, Ronge sir has complete taught this. Then applications of first law of thermodynamics to chemically reacting system. So these are the first is basic laws of thermodynamics. So there are, we know that there are laws of thermodynamics. Okay, how many? Who will tell how many laws are there in the thermodynamics? Anybody? You can message also. You can here give your answer in the message box also. No problem. Anybody of you? How many laws are there of for in the thermodynamics? How many are aware about that? Nobody is knowing how many laws are there. Thermodynamics laws are there. Okay, three. Who has somebody has given? Ajinkya.
Four,
Three laws are there. Okay. Okay.
four lots.
Four laws are there. Okay. So okay. So these laws basics we have to study in this unit. Okay. And maximally we have to deal with the two laws. That is first law of thermodynamics and second law of thermodynamics. But somebody has rightly mentioned there are four laws. So this is first starting with first law of thermodynamics, then second law of thermodynamics, then zeroth law of thermodynamics, and last is there. It is third law, third law of thermodynamics. So I think, but in this chapter we are going to focus on first law of thermodynamics and second law of thermodynamics. So applications of first law of thermodynamics to chemically reacting system. Then in that case, how much amount of heat is required for the reaction, different types of reaction. So standard enthalpy of reaction, standard enthalpy of formation, standard enthalpy of combustion, and then second law of thermodynamics. Then why second law of thermodynamics is being introduced? Because there are limitations for first law of thermodynamics. So the first law limitations of first law of thermodynamics we are going to deal. Then we are going to learn the heat engine, then refrigerator and heat pump. These are the basic components to understand the second law of thermodynamics. Then there are two statements are there of second law of thermodynamics. One is Kelvin-Planck statement and another is Clausius statement and their equivalence. Then reversibility, irreversibility, Carnot cycle, principle of increase of entropy. These points we are going to cover. And then calculation of entropy change for uh, phase of pure substances, change of state of an ideal gas. So two cases we have to calculate the entropy change. Then second unit is there, it is properties of pure substance and steam. So henceforth other units are there, they are covering about the steam as a main working fluid, and where properties of pure substances, uh, that property diagram of phase change process, because we know that we are going to heat the water, and that water is going to be converted into steam. So phase of water is liquid, phase of steam is vapor. So when a substance is changing its phase from liquid to vapor, what kind of other thermodynamic properties it's is going for change? So that we have to discuss a lot. So properties of pure substances and steam is the one of the unit. So steam generation, then steam properties. Then I think you might have studied this chapter in your diploma curriculum. So steam properties are there. So there are three types of steam: wet steam, saturated steam, superheated steam. Then each one steam we have to define. Then properties of steam, how to calculate the enthalpy of specifically wet steam, saturated steam, superheated steam. Then what is meaning of the other terms that we are going to use for the analysis, that is dryness fraction, degree of superheat, and then other diagrams like Moller diagram, temperature, entropy diagram. So and some theoretical treatments. But whether this chapter is the best for understanding the unit number 3, that is next unit, performance of boiler, and next another vapor power cycle. So steam tables, how to read the steam table, how to generate, how to get the data from the steam table. That everything detail we are going to cover in this unit number 2. It is properties of pure substances and steam. Then unit number 3 is their performance of boilers. There 5 lectures are allotted. So near about 8 to 9 to 10 marks weightage will be there for this unit. Then performance of boiler includes the classification of boiler. In silent feature, there are mainly according to the steam generation pressures. Boilers are classified into two categories. It is low pressure boilers and high pressure boilers. So how the high pressure boilers are differed from low pressure boilers, that is silent features of high pressure boilers. In evaporation, equivalent evaporation, these are the terms, analysis terms of the boiler that we are going to discuss in detail. Evaporation, equivalent evaporation, boiler efficiency, sheet. So these terms we are going to discuss in the unit number 3, that is performance of boilers. Unit number 4, vapor power cycles are there. Okay. So again, number of lectures are 4. Unit is consisting of, I request all the students, those are now joining, as this is the first lecture. So I am allowing you, but I think you take care that because I was not introduced in our WhatsApp group, so a little bit late from my side, 5 minutes. But still, I request everybody to join the lecture within at the start only. Okay. So then unit number 4 is the vapor power cycle. Then vapor power cycle consisting of what, that classification of cycles, vapor power cycles, Carnot vapor power cycle, then simple Rankine cycle, actual Rankine cycle, then effect of operating conditions on Rankine cycle efficiency. These also we are going to discuss. So this completes our first section. So first section, 2 units are there related to steam, then performance of boiler, then vapor power cycle, and steam generation and its pure substance as steam as a pure substance, the properties of steam we are going to deal in the second chapter. And first is basic laws of thermodynamics. And similarly, we are having second section related to our vapor power cycle. Okay, so unit number 5 is their steam nozzles. Okay, so when the steam is coming from that boiler, okay, and to before sending it to turbine, we want to increase its velocity by decreasing its pressure, and for that whatever the device we are using, it is called as steam nozzles. So the steam nozzles are there these are used to increase the kinetic energy of the steam, okay, so that while passing it to the turbine we can generate the work. So steam nozzles is a very important chapter accordingly, and therefore we are types of nozzles, flow of steam through nozzles, then condition of for maximum discharge, expansion of steam considering friction, super saturated flow through nozzle, and as the steam is coming with more velocity, there are some Mach number. Mach number is like Reynolds number you have studied in your fluid mechanics study. Similar type of number is there in our thermodynamics. It is called as Mach number. Then types of flows depending on the Mach number, that is sonic flow, subsonic flow, supersonic flow. That we are going to discuss in the chapter unit number 5, steam nozzles. Then unit number 6 deals with the chapter steam condenser. After steam nozzle, the steam will pass through the turbine. Okay, that chapter is the unit number 7. But still before that, they have they have taken steam condenser as a chapter. So after turbine, the steam low pressure, the steam is expanded in the turbine. Its pressure is decreased. Okay, and this is low pressure steam is there. It is now passing through the condenser. In the condenser, what happens? Anybody? Anybody know background about this? You can tell. If somebody is knowing, you can unmute and tell. Everything is. Am I audible clearly? Somebody can reply. Otherwise, I'm. This is online lecture system. I am continuing.
Sir.
I may continually speak, and you may not understand or things happens. Anybody can reply.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Going well. Going well means under you are understanding.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anybody can reply what is I mean answer what the for what steam condensers are used, because these are the very basic components of our mechanical engineering. So everybody should know, because in the interview maximum questions they are going to ask on this thermodynamics. If the company is related to power side means refrigeration, related to refrigeration and air conditioning, okay, or related to engines companies are there. So maximum questions may be asked from thermodynamics. Steam condensers. Anybody of you have background about the steam condensers?
To
To
reduce the
condense.
temperature.
To reduce temperature, okay, of steam. Yeah, okay, that is there. But main purpose of steam condenser is,
Convert steam to order.
yeah, correct. It is now as boiler is doing the conversion of liquid to vapor, water to steam. So steam condensers are doing opposite to that. What are you doing? So the low pressure steam is there coming from the turbine. He is having very low enthalpy, where already that enthalpy is absorbed in the turbine, that is converted into work, and so remaining steam is having low pressure, low energy, low thermal energy. So this steam is get condensed. The steam condenser condenses the steam. Condenses means it converts it from vapor phase to again liquid phase, and that the device is called as steam condenser. So how what are the elements of steam condensing plant that we are going to do? So an advantage of condenser. So if the condensers are introduced in the power cycle line, then what kind of advantages we are getting? And then obviously types of condenser. What are different types of condenser? Then mass of circulating water required. Then efficiency of condenser, that is vacuum efficiency and condenser efficiency. So this is the unit number 6, and then afterwards we are going to study the unit number 7, that is steam turbines. What is steam turbine now? Steam turbine now actual sequence should be steam nozzle, steam turbine and steam condenser. But now we as a sequence in the syllabus we are taking steam turbine after condenser. Now steam turbines are there. These are the very much dynamic components are there of the vapor power cycle, which generates work from the steam. What happens in the turbine? So high kinetic energy steam is coming from the nozzle, and this high kinetic energy steam is get impacted or it strikes on the blades of steam turbine, and the blades of steam turbine here when it is striking, it gives the steam's kinetic energy will be absorbed by the blades of the turbine, and due to that, blades will move, and these blades are connected to the shaft. Okay, as the blades are moving, the shaft is also moving or rotating. So as displacement of shaft is goes on, we say that anything is displacing. We say that work is generated. So steam turbines are work generating components. Okay? And so by absorbing the kinetic energy of steam, the blades are rotated and blades are rotated, connected with the shaft. Shaft is rotating, and the rotations, if these rotations we will do in the presence of magnetic field, then EMF, electromotive force, or we can say it as a current is generated. So steam turbines, up to that, our mechanical engineering job is there to rotate the shaft, and so and then afterwards the work of electrical engineering will start, and the conversion of that mechanical energy to electrical energy. But we are bound to generate the kinetic energy or thermal energy of steam to mechanical work in the turbine. So depending on that turbine advantage and classification of steam turbines, already in your fluid machinery subject, you might have studied the steam here water turbines, hydraulic turbines we can say. That is Pelton turbine, here reaction turbines, Kaplan turbine, Francis turbine. But here in the thermodynamics, we are going to learn the steam turbines. So principally water turbines, principally uh, both types, that is impulse turbine and reaction turbine, are both are included in the steam turbines also, as well as in the hydraulic turbines. Okay. So then afterwards we will study. I think you might have studied in thermal engineering also. I will take afterwards, and then our eighth unit is there, reciprocating air compressors. Now this is a different unit because unit number 2 to unit number 7 they are having linkage. So each and every unit is connected with each other. That is, main focus is to generate the work from steam or steam power plant, we can say. The boiler, then afterwards nozzle, then turbine, steam condenser, and then whatever the is binding with the one cycle, that is called as vapor power cycle. So these three, and then properties of steam. So unit number 2, 3 boiler, unit number 4 power cycles, 5 nozzle, 6 steam condenser, 7 steam turbines are connected to each other. The first unit is there, it is only the basics of thermodynamics. It is not having connection with other chapters. But unit number 2 to 7, it is having pure connection, purely direct connection with each other. Unit number 8 is a reciprocating air compressor. So we know that nowadays compressors are widely used in our general life, general environment, general world. And for that to compress the atmospheric air, we need the compressors. So there are variety of compressors are there, but we are focusing on reciprocating air compressor. And remember, my friends, that is there are the two types of devices. Always we have to consider. One is work generating devices, and another is work generating devices, and another are work consuming devices. So reciprocating air compressors are the units which take the work, which consume the work, and do the increase the pressure of the air. Okay. Unit contents are there: uses of compressed air, classification of compressor, in constructional details of single and multi-stage compression, in computation of work, isothermal work done, isothermal efficiency, effect of clearance, volumetric efficiency, then analysis term, a free air delivered, theoretical and actual indicator diagram, need, then there is a multi-stage compression. So need of multi-stage, limitations of single stage, work done, volumetric efficiency, and condition for maximum efficiency. So these are the 8 important units and their sub-syllabus. So generally number of lectures multiplied by near about 2 we can say. Okay, nearly 2 or 1.9. So this chapter is having also weightage near about 11 to 12 marks. Okay, so these are our 8 units, syllabus of 8 units. Okay, then in semester examination the details are there. ISC shall be based on the student performance in minimum 2 test conducted. So we are generally taking 3 tests, okay, and we are taking best performance of 2 or only 2 tests, and RIACs are there. Then books are there. So for the unit number 1 and into combustions, etc., we have to use the book. It is Introduction to Thermodynamics by Y.V.C. Rao. Then another book is there, very important, The Course in Thermal Engineering, S. Dumkundwar, Kothant Raman, publication Dhanpat Rai Publications, and then Thermal Engineering by R.K. Rajput. So these two course in thermal engineering is important for steam condenser chapter, steam turbine chapter, then boiler. Okay, so for this second book is very important. Thermal Engineering by R.K. Rajput is very good book. Okay, and is also very much important others for others topics units. Okay, or entire maximum syllabus is covered in the thermal engineering by R.K. Rajput. Then first chapter, okay, basics and applied thermals by P.K. Nag. Okay, so this is a very important book for first chapter. Then another reference book. These are textbooks. Y.V.C. Introduction to Thermodynamics, A Course in Thermal Engineering by Dumkundwar, Thermal Engineering by R.K. Rajput, Basic and Applied Thermodynamics. Then others are reference books. So which are the reference books here? Thermal Engineering by C.P. Arora, Thermodynamics and Heat Engine, Volume 1 and Volume 2, R. Yadav, Thermodynamics, Cengel Bowles, Steam and Gas Turbines by R. Yadav. So these are the reference books. Okay. Now, somebody can tell me how many do you know, do you got how much syllabus we have to learn? Anything, any questions, doubts about the syllabus? Anything anybody want that? What kind of any or you from you doubts are there from your side? Anybody of you? I want the session should be interactive. You should also speak. No doubt, sir. Good. That kind Nikhil Pawar is there. Okay. So anybody like this? I can also get that you are getting me. You are listening me. That kind of. This is online lecture. So you are in your home. I am in college. No problem, sir. Srikant Soma. Good, good. So that if you are discussing with me, then I will know you better. So Sandeep Shoaib Mulani. No problem, sir. Jyoti Patil. Good. No problem. So only one girls candidate is answering. Others, Ladhav, Pooja, Tevre, no problem, sir. Good, good. Tejasri, Dungre, no problem. Kiran, no problem. Okay. Now, then, no problem, sir. Good. Ajay Gauli. Good, good, Ajay. Gorak, Vikram Runge, no problem. Okay.
No problem, sir.
Okay, very nice, very nice. I got this. I got. Okay. Then shall I directly continue with the syllabus now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because we are having less time.
Yes, sir.
This time I think we might have for the first semester. You might have the MCQ type of examination. So maximally, what we'll do, the basics will cover, and MCQ will focus maximum. So instead of taking much more numericals, because thermodynamics and your analysis of mechanical elements AME subject are dealing with more and more numericals. So if you take the numericals more, then more definitely we have to conduct more lectures. But here we will cover the basics, and afterwards we will go for the MCQ type of examinations, MCQs. Okay. So now there are 4 laws I told you, but here now for this unit important law is first law of thermodynamics. So what is first law of thermodynamics? Anybody of you know? Anybody of you can tell first law of thermodynamics? First
Hello,
law of thermodynamics. You can, no problem.
Energy neither be created nor be destroyed.
Okay,
It is converted from one form to another.
but total energy of the universe always remains constant.
Okay.
So this is the first law of thermodynamics, or we can say it as a conservation of energy statement. Am I right? Na? So it is a conservation of energy statement. Okay. So energy can neither be created. We cannot create the energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. At the same time, we cannot destroy the energy also. But one form of energy can be converted into another form. Another newly energy cannot be created. Already, whatever the energy is there, we cannot destroy. Okay. Therefore, only in our hand is only one form of energy we can convert into another form, and total energy of the universe always remains constant. So this is the thermodynamics statement. But this statement is we have to, as a mechanical engineer or as an engineering point of view, very few energies are can be convertible, and important for us as a mechanical engineer. So there are two types of energies we are taking into consideration. One is heat energy, and another is work energy. So what we expect in our thermodynamics is that here, first is we want to deliver some application, we want to deliver heat. In some applications we want to take the heat, and some many applications requires work. Okay. Or means heat and work are the two important energies that we should focus on. And therefore what we are doing is, here heat, we are moderating the statement as a heat and work are interconvertible. So first law of thermodynamics, instead of telling that statement, energy conservation law statement, how we'll define henceforth it here as a uh, heat and work are interconvertible. Okay, means heat can be converted into work, or work can be converted into heat. That is the basics of the first law of thermodynamics. Means heat and work, because two energies are very much important as a mechanical engineer. One is heat and another is work. So heat can be converted into work, or work can be converted into heat. Okay. Then these thermodynamics dealing means the devices there are many devices which do this convergence. Some devices are convert heat into work, or some devices converts work into heat. Okay, means they are taking the work, consumes the work, and can transfer the heat. Okay. Now, who can tell me? Now, you might have studied. Okay. Now, one question is remained from my side. What are the syllabus you have? Means now we have seen, we have gone for that syllabus. Out of that syllabus, how much syllabus is covered in your diploma curriculum? You can write messages, or you can tell, somebody can give me here, so that we'll concentrate on the new articles that you have not learned up till now in your diploma curriculum. That will maximum time will give for that. Okay. And less time will give, or optimum time will utilize for the units that already you have covered in your diploma curriculum. Those are theoretical, those are having less weightage. That will be my strategy. Okay, anybody of you? Anybody of you? And you can somebody that who has given answers previously, I think Nikhil Pawar, you might have answered last time. What you have covered in your diploma curriculum? One subject was there, thermal engineering. Am I audible, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who is now speaking? So what, whether you have,
Yes, sir.
are having this subject in your diploma curriculum? First question. I will go one by one. Somebody can reply, not all required that. Other one or two students I will take into consideration. So I think who is now speaking in with me interacting. So roll number 56. Am I right now? 56. Somebody can, without wasting time, because we are having less time, my friends. Don't be lazy to give answers. You give answers. I am not. Huh? Huh.
Sir,
दुपारी येऊ. हा, anybody.
hello sir.
हा.
Section 1 is completed in diploma syllabus.
Okay. Section 1. So who is giving answer? Please let me know your name.
Nikhil Pawar, sir.
Nikhil. Okay. Nikhil. Now I will interact you frequently. Yeah, Nikhil ji. Nikhil.
Okay, sir.
So according to you, we have covered the first section. So already basic laws of thermodynamics, all things whatever is there in the syllabus already we have covered basic laws of thermodynamics.
Yes, sir. In diploma, it's covered.
Entropy. You can tell me in Marathi now because if you are facing problem then we'll. Nikhil.
Okay, sir.
काय शिकलोय?
डिप्लोमाच्या सिलेबस मध्ये फर्स्ट सेक्शन कम्प्लीट झालंय, शिकवलेलं आहे सर.
तुम्हाला एंट्रॉपी चेंज वगैरे होतं का? कॅल्क्युलेशन होते एंट्रॉपी चेंजचे?
एंट्रोपी चेंज नव्हते सर.
हे
न्यूमेरिकल जास्त नव्हते.
फर्स्ट लॉ अप्लाय टू केमिकली रिॲक्टिंग सिस्टीम हे पण नसेल?
नाही सर, हे पण नव्हतं.
हा, मग तुम्हाला काय बरं म्हणजे फक्त लॉज असतील फक्त डिप्लोमा?
हा, फक्त लॉ होते.
पहिला चॅप्टर तुम्हाला व्यवस्थित घ्यावं लागेल. म्हणजे आपण आता एक स्ट्रॅटेजी ठरवूया आपण, बरोबर आहे ना?
हो सर.
हा, दुसरा चॅप्टर जे होता स्टीमचा तो झाला का कव्हर सगळ्यांना? म्हणजे स्टीमचा चॅप्टर.
हो सर, स्टीम झालं सर.
स्टीमचं व्यवस्थित आहे सगळं. म्हणजे स्टीमचे टाईप तुम्हाला स्टीम टेबल अंडरस्टँड जमतोय का? स्टीम टेबल कसा बघायचा माहिती आहे सगळ्याला?
जे न्यूमेरिकल नाही झाले सर, त्याची थेअरी झालेली.
थेअरी झालेली म्हणजे टीम कुठले टाइप्स वगैरे आहेत टीमच्या?
हो, वेट स्टीम आणि हे
ओके. बॉयलर झालाय तुम्हाला? बॉयलर.
हो सर.
येस सर.
बॉयलर झालाय. आणि बॉयलरचे न्यूमेरिकल्स फक्त नसतील, ते इव्हॅपोरेशन, इक्विव्हॅलेंट इव्हॅपोरेशन, म्हणजे बॉयलरचे न्यूमेरिकल झाले नसतील, थेअरी सगळी झाली असेल बॉयलरची.
सर टाइप्स ऑफ बॉयलर्स, कॉम्प्रेसर्स, कंडेन्सर्स सगळे झालेत.
ओके. वेपर बरोबर. बॉयलर मध्ये तुम्हाला न्यूमेरिकल होते का बॉयलरला?
नव्हते सर.
मग तुम्हाला ते इक्विव्हॅलेंट इव्हॅपोरेशन वगैरे माहिती नाही. पण हाय प्रेशर बॉयलर आणि लो प्रेशर बॉयलर मधला फरक वगैरे होता?
येस सर.
होता ना. म्हणजे ते फक्त आपल्याला बॉयलर मध्ये जास्त फोकस आपल्याला न्यूमेरिकल मध्ये करावं लागेल. स्टीमच्या बाबतीत पण आपल्याला वी हॅव टू फोकस ऑन न्यूमेरिकल्स. ओके. आता वेपर पॉवर सायकल होतं का तुम्हाला? कार्नोट सायकल, रँकिन सायकल?
हो.
येस सर.
हो सर.
ओके. सगळं बऱ्यापैकी म्हणजे न्यूमेरिकल कॉर्नट रँकिन होते. म्हणजे तेच आहे ते झालं की म्हणजे इफेक्ट ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग कंडिशन होते. म्हणजे बऱ्यापैकी तुम्हाला 4 चॅप्टर झालेले आहेत, करेक्ट ना?
येस सर.
ओके. मग पुढचा चॅप्टर जे आहे स्टीम कंडेन्सर्स, स्टीम नोझल पण होतं तुम्हाला? नोझल, स्टीम नोझल चॅप्टर?
येस सर.
हो.
टाइप्स ऑफ नोझल्स वगैरे होते. डेरिव्हेशन नसतील, न्यूमेरिकल पार्ट बऱ्यापैकी नसेल नोझलला पण होते ना न्यूमेरिकल?
नाही नव्हते.
ओके. स्टीम कंडेन्सर
न्यूमेरिकल्स
बोला.
न्यूमेरिकल्स ते जरा टफच होते म्हणून ते ऑप्शनलला ठेवले होते. थेअरीवरच जास्त करून हे भर दिला.
बरं. म्हणजे तुम्हाला स्टीम नोझल पण चॅप्टर बऱ्यापैकी कव्हर झालाय ह्याला. म्हणजे आपण सध्या न्यूमेरिकल तुम्हाला विचारलं जाणारच नाही, त्यामुळे आपल्या न्यूमेरिकल आता ह्यावेळेस कमीच वेटेज द्यायचं आहे आपण, कारण पॅटर्न आपला एमसीक्यू टाईप असणार आहे. हॅलो. तर वी विल फोकस ऑन बऱ्यापैकी नोझल पण झालेला आहे. कंडेन्सर बऱ्यापैकी झाला असणार आहे तुम्हाला. कंडेन्सर, स्टीम कंडेन्सर्स.
हो सर.
येस सर.
आणि नंतर
वगैरे झाले.
टर्बाईन्स पण झाला असणार बऱ्यापैकी.
हा, टर्बाईन्सचे टाइप
चालले, त्याचे क्लासिफिकेशन झालं असणार आहे. त्याचे डेरिव्हेशन झाले नसतील फक्त, म्हणजे
नाही डेरिव्हेशन नाही सर त्यांचे.
ओके. म्हणजे आपल्याला अनालिसिस डेरिव्हेशन बऱ्यापैकी जरा घ्यावं लागतील थोडे. आणि आपण डेरिव्हेशन विचारणार पण नाही आता, फॉर्म्युले आणि त्याचे थोडेफार न्यूमेरिकल्स टाइप्स झाले का? इम्पल्स टर्बाईन, रिॲक्शन टर्बाईन,
हो झालेत सर
सर झाले
प्रॉब्लेम.
ते टाईप
हो
झालं
झालं.
झालं.
बऱ्यापैकी sir. आणि कॉम्प्रेसर होता का तुम्हाला रेसिप्रोकेटिंग एअर कॉम्प्रेसर एक चॅप्टर?
हा
सर
होता सर ते
बरं
IC
आता मला एक सांगा, बाकी सगळ्यांनी आता हे उत्तर द्यायचे मला. ह्याच्या मेसेज बॉक्स मध्ये दिलं तर चालेल. याच्यापैकी कुणाला थर्मल इंजिनिअरिंग सब्जेक्ट नव्हता कुठल्या कुठल्या कॉलेजमध्ये? का कंपल्सरी सब्जेक्ट होता का ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट होता?
कंपल्सरी होता सर.
कंपल्सरी होता सर.
कंपल्सरी होता. म्हणजे सगळ्यांनी थर्मल इंजिनिअरिंग हे जे आता जे आपण तुमच्याशी इंटरॅक्शन चालू आहे हे सगळ्या मुलांना होता. तो- हो का? बरं आता कुठल्या कॉलेजमध्ये हा थर्मल इंजिनिअरिंग सिलेबस? आता आपल्या सोयरी कॉलेजचे जे विद्यार्थी आहेत तिथं मला वाटतं लोखंडे सर टीचर होते. एम आय राईट?
येस सर.
हा येस सर.
तिथं मला वाटतं बऱ्यापैकी बेसिक आय थिंक माइट हॅव क्लिअर. करेक्ट ना? तर त्या मुलांना काय प्रॉब्लेम नाही. एम आय राईट?
येस सर.
हा करेक्ट ना?
हो सर.
हा येस सर.
येस सर. येस सर.
आता एक मिनिट मला सांगा ना, बाकीच्या कॉलेजचे कोण विद्यार्थी आहेत की ज्याला थर्मल इंजिनिअरिंग सब्जेक्ट हा अवघड गेलाय असे मला मेसेज बॉक्स मध्ये तुम्ही टाकलं चालेल. लाजू नका सांगायचं, म्हणजे मला त्याप्रमाणे स्ट्रॅटेजी ठरवतील. मला स्पीड किती ठेवायचं आहे सब्जेक्ट टॉट करताना हे ठरवायचंय. हे मी विचारतोय 5 मिनिटं का? तर आय एम आस्किंग बिकॉज आय हॅव टू डिसाइड द स्पीड ऑफ दिस. ज्याला थर्मल इंजिनिअरिंग हा सब्जेक्ट खूप अवघड होता, बऱ्यापैकी त्याला समजलं नाही, असं कोण होत? कोण सांगितलं चालतंय सर आम्हाला हा चॅप्टर अवघड गेला, आम्हाला हे समजलं नाही, असं जर तुम्ही मला जनरल गाईडलाईन दिल्या तर आय विल फोकस ऑन दॅट ऑल्सो. म्हणजे आपण स्ट्रॅटेजी आपण ठरवू शकू.
सर मला ते प्रॉब्लेम्स कळाले नव्हते.
बर प्रॉब्लेम्स कळले नव्हते. बर एक मिनिट हा. प्रेम
स्टीम टेबल
चव्हाण.
होते सर.
हा स्टीम टेबलचे. ओके, म्हणजे स्टीम टेबलवर आपल्याला थोडं जास्त स्लो घ्यावं लागेल. ठीक आहे. गौर गौर आहेत आपले आणि श्रीकांत सोमा, म्हणजे हात वर केलाय म्हणजे त्यांना समजलंय का नाही समजलं? सोमा नो समजलं, नाही समजलं. ओके गुड गुड. श्रीकांत एक 5 ते 10 विद्यार्थी आहेत मला वाटतं ज्यांना प्रॉब्लेम आहे, किंवा आफ्टरवर्ड्स आता माझं लेक्चर आल्यानंतर माझा नंबर मला वाटतं बऱ्यापैकी सगळ्यांच्या व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुपला मी ऍड झालोय. तो नंबरला मला कॉल केलं चालतंय किंवा पर्सनल इंटरॅक्शन केलं चालतंय. तर मला हे समज नाही, जेणेकरून मला स्ट्रॅटेजी ठरवता येईल. म्हणजे असं आपण फीडबॅक घेण्यापेक्षा. ओके सो ओके आय एम व्हेरी हॅपी विथ इंटरॅक्टिंग विथ ऑल यू पीपल. ओके निखिल. ओके Toma, then I think roll number 19. Okay, so now we'll focus now on syllabus. Directly we'll go to the syllabus. So first unit is I think it is not taught that much at your diploma level, because though you know about the first law of thermodynamic statement, but the syllabus content, whatever is there in our syllabus is different than whatever you have studied as a part of first law of thermodynamics. So already I told you the statement of first law of thermodynamics, that is first law of thermodynamics is deals with the conversion of energies. As a mechanical engineer, we are concentrating on two energies, and that is one is heat and another is work. काय करायचं त्याला लगेच मेल करायचं, त्याचा फोन आलता फोन असं मोठा करता ना. गोल शिक्का मारा आणि पाठवून द्या. ओके तो आणि लगेच पाठवून द्या समजा. आणि 50 रुपये ते आलेच का बघतो मी, लगेच देतो तुम्हाला पाठवून. सो we are focusing on two energies, one is heat and another is work. Okay, so there are many devices are there which consumes work and transfer heat. Anybody of you can define that some devices, such devices, anybody of you? Message box मध्ये the devices which takes work as a input and transfer the heat as a output. असे कुठले device we have learned? Such kind of device were learned in your thermal engineering, or anybody can define? Who is defining? SB38. Suyog, na? I think, I don't know. I'm not getting full screen.
Yes sir. Yes.
What?
Refrigerator, sir.
Correct. Very good. 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 Refrigerator is there, or heat pump is there. So very good. I am good. This class is good. I think knowing better knowledge of thermodynamics, having better knowledge of thermodynamics. Okay. So device that is refrigerator consumes work as a input. Maybe it may be electrical work, afterwards we are converting into mechanical work. So that electrical mechanical work into heat transfer. If you take refrigerator, transfer of heat from low temperature body to high temperature atmosphere. Another heat pump is there, also same thing, transfer of heat from low temperature to high temperature, and that's why we need work. Okay, this is there. And another device is there which take heat as a input and work as a output. Am everybody getting my question? Heat as a input and work as a output. Which device
Heat
is?
engine.
Good. Heat engine, SP48. Nikhil Power. Am I right now? You have answered na? Nikhil?
Yes, sir.
Good, good, Nikhil. So here that device is there. Heat as a input and work as output. That is heat engine, or any kind of engine is there. Heat engine. Okay. And then steam turbine. Okay. Then compressor. Compressor is what compressor is doing? It is work consuming device. Good. So there are the heat and work are two energies, and out of that we have to convert heat energy into work energy, and for that different devices are there. Some devices are there consuming work as input and transferring the heat. Then in a chemical, now what are the first law of thermodynamics that we have to apply for a chemically reacting system? Chemically reacting systems are nothing but our reactions. Okay, so chemical reacting, in what happens in the reaction? In a chemical reaction, reactants are converted into products, and they are represented by, so some reactants are reacting in, okay, and they are converting into products. Okay, so that whatever this process is there, conversion of reactants into product, so that we call it as a reaction. Okay, then whatever the reactants are there, when they are converting into products, okay, sometimes to process this we have to supply the heat. When some reactions are there, now this we call the reaction. So to consider some reactions to happen or to complete the reaction, sometimes we have to supply the heat. Sometimes what happens, reactants are having too much energy, and when they, whatever the products are there, they are having less amount of heat. So in that case, what happens, reactants will give that amount of heat to the atmosphere or outside. So reactants will, from that reaction we will get heat. When product heat is less and reactants heat is more, so in that case what we will do, we will get heat from that particular reaction. And sometimes what happens, if product heat is too high and reactants heat energy associated with the reactants is less, at that time to convert into the product, we have to supply the heat for that reaction. Okay, it means some reactions require heat to proceed, some reactions will give heat or exhaust heat into the atmosphere, and some reactions are there that they doesn't need heat, or they does not evolve the heat. So that can, depending on that, reactions are, chemical reactions are having three types. Anybody of you? The three types of reactions depending on the heat. Anybody of you? माहिती आहे कोणाला? आपण SSC मध्ये वगैरे शिकलो असेल, डिप्लोमा केमिस्ट्री मध्ये शिकलोय आपण ह्यात रिएक्शन. Heat depending on that heat.
Endothermic.
Convection, convection, convection.
One by one you can. So first is SB59. Who is there? SB59.
Endothermic, exothermic.
Very nice, very nice. Your name, please?
Onkar Thakur.
Onkar Thakur. Okay. So there are three types of reactions. Okay. One is exothermic reaction, another is endothermic, and another last one is Onkar. Last one you are told?
Can't remind, sir.
Then you now only you told na, or only two you are remembering. Okay, okay, good. So there are three types of reaction. One is endothermic, and second one is exothermic, and third one is thermoneutral reactions are there. Exothermic reaction means what? When reactants are converting into products, reaction in which reactants are converting into products and they evolve heat to the surrounding. So that type of reactions are called as exothermic reaction. And another reaction is what? Here, when reactants are converting into products, they require heat. They take the heat from the surrounding. So that type outside, that reactions are called as endothermic reactions. Okay. Now, heat, if we consider the sign conventions of heat, if any system is taking heat, then that is considered as, somebody can reply. These kind of questions they may ask in the MCQ type questions are there. If heat is gained by a system, then that heat is considered as. Okay, so one of my student is telling that screen is not visible. I think it is not the problem. Am I right now? It is visible, na? Prem, Onkar,
Yes, sir.
is screen visible? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The problem. No, don't now. Others now. Tejasri also be getting screen. Prem, only that only one student you are facing problem. I think I have two devices with me. One is mobile device and Sachin. Both are Sachin Gowri. So pin. You have to pin check pin for both devices. Okay. Now, endothermic reactions are the reactions where we have to supply the heat. Okay. Then and then only reactions can proceed. Some reactions are there. The heat is get evolved from the reaction when reactants are reacting. That kind of reactions are called as exothermic reaction. Now, depending on that, this is called as heat of reaction. And another word, standard word for heat is enthalpy. So enthalpy is nothing but heat content only. Write down. Enthalpy and heat are both are same word. Okay. Enthalpy and heat both are same words. So enthalpy change means heat change, or it is called as heat of the reaction. So what is heat of the reaction? Enthalpy and heat. You write in your notebook. When you are now joining lecture, though we are online mode, you should be with your pen and notebook. Okay. And afterwards I will tell the stream tables and calculator. Okay. Now enthalpy is nothing but heat content in a substance. Write down first definition of enthalpy. Enthalpy and heat काय वेगळं नाहीये. Enthalpy and heat is going to be same. Okay. Enthalpy म्हणजे काय? Heat content in the substance. So everybody should aware about this. Okay. The enthalpy change accompanying a reaction is called as reaction enthalpy. The enthalpy change of a chemical reaction is given by delta H. It is represented by delta H. Okay. Now, how to calculate the enthalpy of heat of the reaction? So for that, one formula we are going to use. What is that formula is there? Delta RH. It is sum of enthalpy of air is equal to Rohit Dhotre. Okay. Joining later. Okay. So sum of enthalpies of product. Okay. Minus sum of enthalpy of reactant. So from this, one can get the heat of the reaction or enthalpy of the reaction. Okay. Now sum of the enthalpies of product minus sum of the enthalpies of reactant. आता मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं प्रॉडक्टची एन्थाल्पी जर जास्त असेल रिएक्टंटच्या एन्थाल्पी पेक्षा म्हणजे काय होईल वी हॅव सप्लाइड द हीट अँड दॅट हीट इफ डेल्टा एच इज कमिंग पॉझिटिव्ह delta sum of enthalpies of product minus sum of enthalpies of reactant, then what we say that reaction is delta H जर positive आला or greater than 0 आला तर that reaction is called as anybody delta H positive आला म्हणजे प्रॉडक्टची एन्थाल्पी सगळ्या प्रॉडक्टची एन्थाल्पी रिएक्टंटची एन्थाल्पी पेक्षा जास्त आली पॉझिटिव्ह आली मोर दॅन 0 आली and that type of reaction is called as anybody कोण सांगते ओंकार or you can write in message box. Anybody? Omkar? That is called as एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. म्हणजे ज्याला आपण हीट सप्लाय करतो, म्हणजे प्रॉडक्टची एंथॅल्पी जास्त आहे पण रिएक्टंटची कमी होते. म्हणजे प्रॉडक्टची एंथॅल्पी जाण्यासाठी रिएक्टंट मध्ये आपण हीट वी हॅव ऍडेड द हीट इन द रिएक्शन. ओके, देअरफॉर इट इज कॉल्ड एज हियर एंथैल्पी, it is called as endothermic reaction. And if enthalpy of reactant is less than enthalpy of product, म्हणजे ती निगेटिव्ह आली तर that reaction is called as, anybody?
एक्झोथर्मिक.
Exothermic reaction. Okay, okay. Shoaib ना?
येस सर.
Okay, good. So म्हणजे if and enthalpy of reaction is coming as positive greater than 0, then that reaction is called as endothermic reaction. Means for that reaction we have to supply the heat. If the enthalpy of reaction is coming as negative or less than 0, then we have to, the heat will be evolved from that particular reaction. It depends on how much is the enthalpy of product and how much of enthalpy of reactant. So heat of reaction is defined as the here difference in between enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of product and enthalpy of reactant. So in general we say that summation of AiHI product and some minus summation of BiHI reactant. म्हणजे जेवढे जेवढे ते त्याच्यामध्ये जे मोल हे असतील रिएक्टंट असतील देअर त्यांची सगळ्यांची एंथॅल्पीची बेरीज करायची रिएक्टंट साइडला. तसंच व्हॉट एव्हर द प्रोडक्ट्स आर देअर ॲट द प्रोडक्ट साइड, ऑल द कंटेंट ऑफ दॅट रिएक्शन, त्या सगळ्यांची एंथॅल्पीची काय करायची बेरीज करायची. सम ऑफ एंथॅल्पी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट minus sum of enthalpy of reactant. If we calculate it, we'll get the heat of reaction. So for example, one reaction we have taken here, CH4 gas is plus 2O2 gas gives CO2 gas plus 2H2O liquid. Now here what we have to do is that there is only one mole of CH4. म्हणजे ह्याचा जी कोएफिशियंट असतो CH4 चा एकच आहे. म्हणजे there is only one mole of CH4 gas is reacted with 2 moles of oxygen and is giving 1 mole of CO2 gas and 2 moles of H2O. We know that all chemical reactions are well balanced. Moles are balanced at reactant side and product side. जिकडे कार्बनचा एकच मोल असेल तर इकडे पण काय असणार कार्बनचा एकच. Or we have to balance the reaction. Okay, so we have to now HM मोलर एंथॅल्पी ह्याची काढायची आपल्याला काय करायचं आपल्याला CO2 ची हीट काढायची, हीट ऑफ रिएक्शन, 2H2O ची हीट ऑफ रिएक्शन काढायची आणि ह्या दोघांची बेरीज जे ह्याला दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज व्हॉट. म्हणजे जनरली एका मोलची हीट ऑफ रिएक्शन माहित असते आपल्याला. CO2 चा 1 मोलची हीट ऑफ रिएक्शन माहित आहे, त्याला 1 न गुणायचं 2 आणि H2O ची आहे त्याला 2 न गुणायचं कारण त्याचे मोल H2O चे 2 आहेत. ह्या दोघांचं समेशन म्हणजे एंथॅल्पी ऑफ प्रॉडक्ट. तसंच इकडं CH4 चा एक ओनली 1 मोल इज देअर अँड इकडं काय O2 चे 2 मोल आहेत. तर CH4 च्या एका मोलची हीट काढायची. ओके, आणि त्याच्यामध्ये 2 मोल्स ऑफ O2 ऍड करायचे. दॅट विल बी द summation or enthalpy of reactant side. And this difference, enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant, that is nothing but our here heat of reaction. Okay, therefore heat of reaction आपण definition काय, enthalpy change is a very useful quantity. Knowledge of this quantity is required when one needs to plan heating or cooling required to maintain an industrial chemical reaction at constant temperature. It is also required to calculate temperature dependence of equilibrium. So enthalpy change or heat is defined as whether we have to supply the heat or whether we have to take the heat from that reaction. Okay, and now another important term is there, standard enthalpy of reaction. So heat of reaction and standard enthalpy of reaction both are same. Only thing is there that standard enthalpy means reaction should be operated at standard conditions. So enthalpy of a reaction, heat म्हणजे enthalpy म्हणजे heat, enthalpy of a reaction depends on the conditions under which reaction is carried out. It is therefore necessary that we must specify some standard conditions. And त्या standard condition जर आपली reaction झाली, that is called as what? Here the standard enthalpy of reaction. The standard enthalpy change of reaction is the enthalpy change of reaction when all the participating substances are in their standard states. म्हणजे काय? The standard state of a substance at a specified temperature is its pure form at 1 bar. म्हणजे reaction will have to operate 1 bar. म्हणजे 1 bar म्हणजे general atmospheric pressure. For example, the standard state of liquid ethanol at 298 आणि that temperature of that reaction should be considered as 298 Kelvin. Okay, means if the reaction is carried out at 1 bar pressure and temperature of that reaction is means reactant temperature also 298, product temperature also 298, that time here how much here heat is evolved out from the reaction, so that is called as standard enthalpy of reaction. So standard conditions of the reactions are here substances should be pure substances. Okay, pure liquid, liquid should be in pure liquid. म्हणजे काय, तर solid substance जर घेतला तर solid should not contain any liquid impurity in that or any gaseous impurity in that. Solid म्हणलं की pure solid पाहिजे तो. If liquid is there, it should be pure liquid. Liquid should not contain any solidus impurity in that or gaseous impurity in that. So both should be means liquid means it should be pure liquid. If it is solid, it should be pure solid, and gas it is there, it is a purely gas. Okay, and temperature should be 298 Kelvin and pressure should be pressure should be 1 bar. Okay, and the standard enthalpy. Now another type of reaction is there. It is called as what? Standard enthalpy of formation. And the formation reaction, the the standard enthalpy change for the formation of 1 mole. Formation reaction means what? Only 1 mole should be get formed from its constituent. For example, last we are having one reaction. What is that? H2 gas plus 1/2 O2 gas gives only 1 mole of a single compound. फक्त एकच मोल झाला, एकच मोल आणि एकच कंपाऊंड फॉर्म झाला पाहिजे. अशा रिएक्शनला आपण काय म्हणतोय? फॉर्मेशन रिएक्शन. एव्हरीबडी गॉट इट? The formation reaction means what? Only 1 mole of a single compound is get formed. That is called as what? Formation reaction. For example, काय? H2 gas plus 1/2 O2 gas gives H2O liquid. म्हणजे only 1 mole of H2O okay is there. पण इथं रिएक्टंट साइडला कसे पण रिएक्ट होऊ शकतात कन्स्टिट्यूएंट. त्याच्यात 1 मोल असलं गरजेचं नाही. एखाद्याचे 1 मोल असू शकतात, एखाद्याचे हाफ असू शकतो, एखाद्याचे डबल मोल असू शकतात. पण प्रॉडक्ट साइडला फक्त काय झाला पाहिजे? ओनली 1 मोल ऑफ ए सिंगल कंपाऊंड शुड बी फॉर्म. आणि त्या रिएक्शनची स्टँडर्ड एन्थाल्पी हीट एन्थाल्पी चेंज म्हणजे एन्थाल्पी चेंज म्हणजे काय? प्रॉडक्टची एन्थाल्पी आणि रिएक्टंटची एन्थाल्पी याचा जे डिफरन्स आहे त्याला आपण काय म्हणतोय? एन्थाल्पी चेंज. लक्षात ठेवा, म्हणजे हीट ऑफ रिएक्शन. द स्टँडर्ड एन्थाल्पी चेंज फॉर द फॉर्मेशन of one mole of a compound from its element in their most stable states of a aggregation. Aggregation is called as standard enthalpy of formation. Its symbol is delta H star. It is delta F. F indicates the formation reaction. Formation reaction म्हणजे काय? तर एकच वेगवेगळ्या कन्स्टिट्यूट कडून ओनली 1 मोल, एकच मोल त्या कंपाऊंडचं आणि सिंगल कंपाऊंडचे फॉर्म होत असेल तर त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण? स्टँडर्ड एन्थाल्पी ऑफ फॉर्मेशन. आता इथं बघा अनदर एक्झाम्पल. व्हॉट इज दॅट? 2 कार्बन मोल, 2 ग्रॅफाइट, 2 कार्बन प्लस 3H2 प्लस 1/2 O2. म्हणजे इथं ग्रॅफाइटचे 2 मोल, हायड्रोजनचे 3 मोल, ऑक्सिजनचे हाफ मोल, अँड दे आर गिव्हिंग ओनली 1 मोल ऑफ C2H5OH. म्हणजे इथं काय? ओनली 1 मोल ऑफ C2H5 इथेनॉल म्हणतो आपण त्याला, C2H5OH. ओके, इथेनॉलचा फक्त एकच मोल तयार झाला. कोणापासून? कार्बन, हायड्रोजन आणि ऑक्सिजन. दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज फॉर्मेशन रिएक्शन. आणि याच्यामध्ये ग्राफाइटचं एन्थाल्पी मोजायची, मोलर एन्थाल्पी, H2 ची मोजायची, ऑक्सिजनची मोजायची आणि याची किती आहे. तर आता इथं ज्या वेळेस एखाद्या सबस्टन्समध्ये ऑक्सिजन आपण रिॲक्ट करत असतो, इट जनरली कॉल्ड ॲज कंबशन रिएक्शन. सगळ्या कंबशन रिएक्शन, जे कंबशन म्हणजे आपण काय करतो? any fuel we are burning, then it is called as combustion reaction. It is burning with oxygen, okay, and it is generating heat. So all combustion reactions are exothermic reactions. Because all when we burn any fuel, combustion means oxidation reaction, and it is called as heat is always evolved. Everybody got now formation reaction म्हणजे काय? फॉर्मेशन रिएक्शन म्हणजे काय? आणि फॉर्मेशन रिएक्शनची एखादं here standard enthalpy of formation, or simple we can say that the enthalpy change associated with the formation reaction is called as standard enthalpy of formation. And reactant or constituents of that reaction should be in standard state. Standard state कुठल्या pressure 1 bar, temperature 298 केल्विन, आणि कंडिशन्स काय? तर सॉलिड जर असेल, आपण सबस्टन्सला जर आपण सॉलिड म्हणत असेल, कार्बन सॉलिड, तर दॅट सॉलिड शुड बी प्युअर सॉलिड. प्युअर सॉलिड म्हणजे काय? तर त्याच्यामध्ये प्युअर सॉलिड आपण म्हणलं की त्याच्यामध्ये कसलाही लिक्विडचा पार्ट नसावा, त्याच्यामध्ये कसलाही गॅसेसचा पार्ट नसावा. एनीबडी हॅव इन डाऊट? काय समजलं नसेल तर यू कॅन आस्क मी टू रिपीट. हिअर यू कॅन नाऊ गिव्ह मेसेज बॉक्स. I am going to give you PPT at the same time. I am giving to notes also for this. But up till now, any doubt, message box you can please, so that I will get whether you are understanding or whether I have to repeat it. Message box, somebody can. Formation reaction म्हणजे काय कळलं? Anybody? Am I audible? Nikhil?
Yes, sir.
Shoaib, Nikhil? Somebody can reply.
Yes, sir.
Now, understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then write, all are requested to write in message box so that I can continue. Nikhil, you start. Shoaib and Nikhil, then others will start. Okay. Good. Nikhil Pawar. Understood. Good. Others are not understanding? Okay. Ajay Goli. Okay. So these are the formation reaction, and formation reaction is, yes sir, understand. Good. Okay. Prem also understanding. Prem, now your skill is Prem Chauhan.
Yes sir, visible.
Visible ना? काय प्रॉब्लेम झाला काय?
हा, मी लेफ्ट करून परत जॉईन झालो सर.
Okay, good. Understand. Okay, now then standard enthalpy of formation. Standard enthalpy of formation हे घ्या. Standard enthalpy of formation are defined as enthalpy change for the formation of 1 mole of a given compound from its constituent elements in their standard states. Okay. Now here are some examples of formation reactions. Formation reaction म्हणजे काय? तर only 1 mole of a single compound. For example, 1/2 N2 gas reacts with O2 gas and gives only 1 mole of NO2 gas. And for this, enthalpy change is here. The symbol for the standard enthalpy formation is delta S standard. याचा अर्थ काय? जर अप्पर सफिक्स तो O आहे, त्याला म्हणणं काय? स्टँडर्ड सफिक्स O indicate that the reactants and products are in their respective standard state. म्हणजे N2 गॅस हा प्युअर गॅस आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये N2 चा कसलाही सॉलिड पार्ट नाही, N2 चा कसलाही लिक्विड पार्ट नाही. तसं O2 गॅस पण कसा आहे? प्युअर गॅस आहे. O2 गॅस आहे. NO2 गॅस पण प्युअर गॅस आहे. तर ही इंडिकेट दॅट द सबस्टन्सेस रिॲक्ट कन्स्टिट्युएंट्स आर इन देअर रिस्पेक्टिव्ह स्टँडर्ड स्टेट. ओके. आणि ओनली 1 मोल इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर्म, आणि याच्यामध्ये डेल्टा एस स्टँडर्ड फॉर्मेशन रिॲक्शन इज कमिंग ॲज 33.18 किलोजूल पर मोल. दिस इज कमिंग ॲज पॉझिटिव्ह. पॉझिटिव्ह म्हणजे काय? एनीबडी? रिॲक्शन कसली आहे ही? टोटल रिॲक्शन तर एंडोथर्मिक आहे का एक्झोथर्मिक आहे का थर्मोन्यूट्रल आहे?
एंडोथर्मिक.
एंडोथर्मिक. पॉझिटिव्ह म्हणजे फॉर दिस रिॲक्शन वी हॅव टू सप्लाय हिट. किती हिट? एक जर मोल करायचं असेल NO2 गॅसचा तर आपल्याला 33.18 किलो जूल एवढी अमाऊंट ऑफ हिट वी हॅव टू सप्लाय. एवढी गेटिंग? सेकंड रिॲक्शन, calcium in solid state, calcium solid plus 1/2 O2 gas gives CaO, calcium oxide solid. आणि फॉर दिस डेल्टा एच स्टँडर्ड एफ म्हणजे हे ओ म्हणजे स्टँडर्ड, सगळं स्टँडर्ड मध्ये आहे, एफ म्हणजे फॉर्मेशन. ह्या रिॲक्शनसाठी किती हीट लागते, इव्हॉल्व होते, लागणार आहे का, द्यावं लागेल का, घ्यावं मिळेल आपल्याला हीट? एनीबडी? -634.9 किलो जूल पर मोल. आणि ह्या रिॲक्शनला हीट आपल्याला सप्लाय करावं लागेल का आपल्यालाच मिळेल हीट? सप्लाय कशी करावं लागेल? दिस रिॲक्शन इज व्हॉट? निगेटिव्ह म्हणजे लेस दॅन 0 म्हणजे कसली रिॲक्शन आहे? मगाची एंडोथर्मिक सांगितली. आता हा कुठली रिॲक्शन असणार आहे?
एक्झोथर्मिक.
आपल्याला विल गेट द हीट विल बी इव्हॉल्व्ड फ्रॉम द रिॲक्शन. ओके, कॅल्शियम जर आपण हे केला, बर्न केला ऑक्सिजन मध्ये, तर दिस काइंड ऑफ हीट इज गोइंग टू बी इव्हॉल्व -634.9 किलो जूल पर मोल. आता इथं झाले काय, इथं ग्रॅफाइट, कार्बन ग्रॅफाइट प्लस 2 ब्रोमीन मोल, ओके, लिक्विड इज reacted, then CbR4, okay, carbon tetrabromine is going to form solid. त्याच्यामध्ये हीट किती तयार होते? 29.4. म्हणजे ह्या रिॲक्शनला आपल्याला हीट सप्लाय करावं लागेल. जिथं पॉझिटिव्ह असते हीट ऑफ रिॲक्शन, त्यात वी हॅव टू सप्लाय द हीट. जिथं निगेटिव्ह असेल त्यापासून आपल्याला विल गेट द हीट फ्रॉम दॅट रिॲक्शन. ओके, द स्टँडर्ड एन्थाल्पी ऑफ फॉर्मेशन. The standard enthalpy of formation are tabulated at 298 Kelvin usually and 1 atmosphere म्हणजे 1 bar. They are compiled in huge tables of thermodynamic quantities. ओके, तर आता एखादा सबस्टन्स आहे ॲल्युमिनियम. ओके, तर ॲल्युमिनियम AlSAlG त्याचे डेल्टा एच स्टँडर्ड किती आहे? तर गॅस स्टेटला जर असेल तर त्याची एन्थाल्पी दिलेली आहे आणि इथं त्याची टोटल एन्थाल्पी दिलेली आहे. ओके, standard enthalpy of formation for elements in their standard state. Standard enthalpy of formation for pure elements in their standard states are assigned 0. तर ऑक्सिजन O2 त्याचा AlS ॲल्युमिनियम सॉलिड त्याची एन्थाल्पी काय करायची? 0 पकडायची. कार्बन सॉलिड त्याची एन्थाल्पी 0 पकडायची. Fe 0 पकडायची. म्हणजे O2 N2 H2 गॅस जे आहेत त्यांची ऑलरेडी ते फॉर्मड आहेत त्या स्टेटमध्ये. O2 हा गॅस, ऑक्सिजन गॅस हा गॅसेस फॉर्म मध्ये, त्याची एन्थाल्पी काय पकडायची? 0. ओके, वी कॅन कॅल्क्युलेट स्टँडर्ड हीट ऑफ रिॲक्शन दॅट इज फ्रॉम दिस टेबलेटेड एन्थाल्पी फॉर्मेशन. तर आता ए हा आणि बी दीज आर द रिॲक्टंट्स आणि सी, कॅपिटल सी आणि कॅपिटल डी आर द प्रॉडक्ट्स. आणि ABCD म्हणजे नंबर ऑफ मोल्स. ए ची किती आहेत? स्मॉल ए. कॅपिटल बी म्हणजे दुसरा रिॲक्टंट त्याचे बी, कॅपिटल सी चे सी मोल आणि कॅपिटल डी चे डी. हे जे रिॲक्शन कशी काढायचे आपण? यार एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ प्रॉडक्ट मायनस एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ रिॲक्टंट. म्हणजे काय? सी म्हणजे कोइफिशियंट सी चा, सी म्हणजे नंबर ऑफ मोल किती आहेत बारके, सी इनटू एन्थाल्पी फॉर्मेशन, एन्थाल्पी ऑफ प्रॉडक्ट सी प्लस डी त्याचा कोइफिशियंट डी इनटू स्टँडर्ड एन्थाल्पी ऑफ डी मायनस रिॲक्टंटची एन्थाल्पी काय? ए म्हणजे कोइफिशियंट इंटू डेल्टा स्टँडर्ड एफ फॉर ए प्लस बी इंटू डेल्टा स्टँडर्ड एफ फॉर बी. अशा रीतीने आपण काढू शकतो. ओके, म्हणजे ह्याला आपण काय म्हणतोय? अनादर वे टू राईट द इक्वेशन इज व्हॉट? फॉर द रिॲक्शन ए प्लस बी गिव्ज आहे, ओके, नॉट इज गिविंग एरो आहे, सी प्लस डी टी. तर ह्याचं काय? समेशन ऑफ एन्थाल्पी ऑफ प्रॉडक्ट मायनस समेशन एन्थाल्पी ऑफ रिॲक्टंट. म्हणजे आपण हे मगाच्या फॉर्म्युला मानलेलं आहे. ओके, आता फॉर द रिॲक्शन N2O4 gas it gives 2NO2 gas. The following data was found in the table. तर काय? डेल्टा एच N2O4 चा आहे 9.16 आणि ह्याचा डेल्टा एच एफ NO2 गॅसचा आहे 33.18. तर आता ह्या रिॲक्शनची स्टँडर्ड हीट काढायची आपल्याला. आय विल गिव्ह दिस न्यूमेरिकल फॉर यू फॉर 2 minutes. किती रिॲक्शनची एन्थाल्पी? लिहा आता, राईट डाऊन. कॅल्क्युलेट स्टँडर्ड एन्थाल्पी ऑफ फॉलोइंग रिॲक्शन और कॅल्क्युलेट standard enthalpy for the reaction. Calculate. I am giving numerical to you. Calculate standard enthalpy for the reaction. N2O4 gas. Screen N2O4 gas gives 2NO2 gas. And following data was found in the table. हे टेबल म्हणून आपल्याला स्टँडर्ड असते दिस टाइम म्हणजे N2O4 तयार होण्यासाठी किती एनर्जी लागते, हीट लागते 9.16 किलो जूल पर मोल आणि 2NO2 गॅसला किती लागते 33.18. तर त्यांनी सांगितले आपल्याला रिॲक्शनची हीट काढा. यू कॅन आय विल गिव्ह 1 or 2 minutes टू यू अँड कॅल्क्युलेट. एनिबडी काय असेल फॉर्म्युला काय आपला कोण सांगताय? एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ समेशन NiHi समेशन प्रोडक्ट हीट ऑफ रिएक्शन डेल्टा H स्टँडर्ड ऑफ रिएक्शन इज इक्वल टू काय येणार? डेल्टा H स्टँडर्ड ऑफ रिएक्शन इज इक्वल टू काय? हीट एंथैल्पी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट माइनस एंथैल्पी ऑफ रिएक्टेंट. एंथैल्पी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट माइनस एंथैल्पी ऑफ रिएक्टेंट. एंथैल्पी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट काय असणार? 2 into 2 मोल आहेत NO2 आणि NO2 ची आपली एका मोलसाठी NO2 ला किती हीट लागते आपली 2 into 33.18 मायनस 9.16. हे उत्तर किती येईल? एनीबडी ऑफ यू कॅल्क्युलेटेड? Anybody of you? Nikhil, Toyab,
55.20.
30. You can write in message box so that everybody will. I will check who are correct and who are wrong. 30 kilojoule. You write down kilojoule. Okay. 56.44, 57. Okay. Now we'll go to next. Okay. So equation is what? Use the equation delta H reaction is equal to NPHP means summation NP delta H product minus summation NH reactant. What we are getting? 2 into delta H standard NO2 gas minus 1 into NO4 gas, and it is coming as 57.2 kilojoule per mole. Now, endo or exothermic? कुठल्या reaction? Who will tell?
Endo.
Endothermic.
Positive म्हणजे endothermic. Correct. Reaction is what? Endothermic. Okay. What we should be able to do so far? So describe the standard enthalpy of formation or how they are acquired. Describe how standard enthalpy formation can be used to calculate standard enthalpy of reaction. म्हणजे these are standard reactantच्या आपल्याला जे constitutive element असतात याच्या स्टँडर्ड एन्थॅल्पी आपल्या टेबुलर फॉर्म मध्ये असतात. याचा यूज करून आपण एखाद्या रिएक्शनची स्टँडर्ड एन्थॅल्पी काढू शकतो आणि काय करू शकतो? डिटरमाइन वेदर एन्थॅल्पी ऑफ रिएक्शन इज एक्सोथर्मिक और एंडोथर्मिक. Everybody got this now? Today's article.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shall I
Yes,
give
sir.
now all question paper numericals for this? Some numericals are there, how they are asking in the examination. So one numerical you can practice. Shall I give assignment numerical directly? I will share assignment. Okay, otherwise I will paste it. So these numericals are asking can you find this? Calculate the standard enthalpy change at 298.15 Kelvin for the reaction. At reaction they are given 4NH3 gas plus 5O2 gas gives 4NO gas plus 6H2O gas. Standard enthalpy of formation for NH3 gas is equal to minus 45.72 kilojoule per mole, NO gas 90.43 kilojoule per mole, and H2O gas minus 242 kilojoule per mole. Can you solve? So these are the formation enthalpies are given to us, and from this knowledge one can calculate the standard enthalpy of complete reaction, and we can identify whether the reaction is endothermic or exothermic. Means म्हणजे जे आपल्याला हीट सप्लाय करावं लागेल का आपल्याला we can get that particular heat. Okay. Nikhil Pawar,
Yes, sir.
can you able to solve this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So these kind of numericals previously they are asking for 5 to 6 marks. Shoaib,
Yes, sir.
can you solve?
No, sir. Now I don't have calculator.
What is the calculator required? But henceforth you have to keep your calculator with you. But these are simple mathematics, na?
Yes, sir.
You can multiplication and subtraction.
Okay, sir. I will solve.
Girls representative, anybody can unmute and tell we can solve or not. Girls should be not behind us. Solve it.
सर हॅलो सर हॅलो हॅलो
करूया आपण व्यवस्थित. बघूया पोरं किती येते त्या ठरवूया. द्या की आम्हाला रेकॉर्ड द्या की तुम्ही काढू स्टॅटिस्टिक्स. ती मंगळवाड्याकडनं किती येणार पोरं? त्याला बस पाठवायची का क्रुझर पाठवायची का बारकी गाडी पाठवायची? ती ना आधी तुमचं काढा, बाकीचे अजून पाठवूया की आपण बस. पण सध्या बसला आता किती किती वाजता टायमिंग ठेवायचं ते अजून आपली चर्चा व्हायची ना. विद्यापीठाकडनं यायच्या मीटिंग आहे उद्या रोंगे सरांची, उद्या 11 तारखेला. हा पुढे सामान 11ला आहे. ती 11ला मीटिंग झाल्यानंतर तिथं जरा जास्त पॉलिश ठरणार, तिथनं आपण घेतली बरी ना. बस करूया एक सोडूया आपण काय त्यांच्या पण 9ला आपण गावात सोडू आपण. मग पोरं किती आहेत बघा ते म्हणतो मला. मग ठीक आहे, मग तेच म्हण तुम्ही स्टॅटिस्टिक्स जर काढा म्हणतो. Anybody of you calculated? Somebody have calculated or not? Nikhil?
So O2 साठी heat किती दिलं नाही ना याच्यात?
Now before that I had told you that the compounds which are naturally found like O2, H2, N2, their enthalpy you have to consider as a
0 ना?
0. The compounds which are available in their pure form, for example O2, H2 and N2, their enthalpy you have to consider as a 0. Jyoti Patil, are you in lecture? Jyoti Patil. I am always taking these kind of names, okay, so that I may aware that whether you are listening or not. If you are not giving answers, etc., then I will consider you as a absent. SB23, Shubham Dhanwale. Shubham. Okay. Answers may be what? What should be answer? Here, what do I have to go for? The standard heat, that is delta H. Delta H.
Sir, answer minus 957.4.
Good. So delta H standard of reaction, we can say R is equal to, what we can say, summation, we can write here NiHi, means number of moles into heat of reaction, NiHi, product minus summation NiHi reactant is equal to, her products are there 4. It's simple, 4 into NO. NO means here minus 90.43, okay, plus 6 into how much H2O minus 242, okay, and minus into square bracket you can take panel 4 into NH3 म्हणजे minus 45.72 plus 5 into O2 enthalpy we are considering as a 0. If you solve this, how much it is coming? Anybody? How much it is coming? Minus, Nikhil, minus
907.4.
907.4 kilojoule. Anybody of you got same answer? Okay. Okay. Now shall I give another problem to you? Now here I want that everybody should be solving. These are numericals I am taking from
Sir,
ah
last problem answer is 912.4 minus 912.4
912.4
minus 912.4.
minus 912.4. ठीक है then. No problem. Just minus this others should also. It is only calculation only. Minus 912.4. Okay, let it be. But O2 you have considered 0 or what? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
O2 you have considered 0 or what? 1.
Sir, 0.
0, na? Then it is 912. Okay, let answer will be 912.4. Anybody others have calculated? Okay, now this answer, this you can solve. Calculate standard enthalpy change at 298.15 Kelvin for the reaction C5H12 plus 8 O2 gas gives 5 CO2 gas plus 6 H2O gas. Standard heat of formation R, CO2 minus 393 kilojoule per mole, H2O minus 242 and C5H12 minus 146.5. You can able to solve? Nikhil Pawar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Others? Jyoti Patil, you left when I asked. Jyoti Patil, are you in lecture? Ajay Gowli, can you able to solve? Ajay?
Yes, sir.
Only there is what? Enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant. That we can write. Till that I will take attendance. Roll number wise, you have to unmute and you have to tell me. Okay, so answer somebody can tell.
Yes, sir.
Answer 1 minute.
3270.5.
How much?
3270.5.
Manda 3 2. $3270.5 minus or plus minus
पॉझिटिव्ह.
positive. 32705. And the reaction will 34. No, give me answer so that I can. Three two seven 0.5. Okay. Sushil Deshmukh is giving answer. Okay. So everybody got my 3270.5. Shall I consider answer correct, or anybody of you have?
Yes, sir.
-32. Somebody is getting -32. So Mulani -3270 point. Okay. Gorakh Shinde -3270. Why you are getting more different answer? Reactant enthalpy, product enthalpy minus reactant enthalpy. That's only the. Okay. Okay. Now these notes are there with me. That I will just check. So this is the notes I will share with you afterwards, not now immediately, but these are going to be the my student last or maybe last to last year notebook. So this is. So your students may be knowing. We are taking much more efforts, dictation. Okay, so standard enthalpy of heat of combustion. The answer is -3270.5. Now I will share with you. Calculate the, so these numericals are there. Formation enthalpy of compounds like O2, H2, N2, etc. can be considered as 0. Okay, and from this calculate enthalpy associated with product here. Numerical was there. C5H12 gas plus 8O2 gas. Use 5CO2 gas plus 6H2O gas. And the example answer is coming as -3270. And how we should write? The standard enthalpy of given reaction can be obtained as delta H standard 298.15 Kelvin is equal to enthalpy associated with product minus enthalpy associated with reactant. So, and then there is a calculations. O2 we are considering as 0. Now, standard enthalpy of combustion. Is it visible? PDF is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The standard enthalpy oblique heat. Enthalpy means heat of combustion reaction. It is denoted by delta H standard CT. Combustion is a oxidation reaction of the element, and all combustion reactions are exothermic. का तर combustion reaction मध्ये आपण काय करतो नेहमी heat evolve होते. Anything we burn, heat always evolve. Therefore, all combustion reactions are exothermic. You write down in your pointry note. If you're writing as a point notes, then all combustion reactions are exothermic. Definition. What is the definition of combustion? Standard heat of combustion. Enthalpy change associated with the combustion reaction when reactants as well as product are in their respective standard state is called as standard enthalpy of combustion. It is denoted by delta H standard CT. म्हणजे enthalpy change associated with the combustion reaction when reactants as well as products are in their standard state, it is called as standard enthalpy of combustion. For determining standard enthalpy of chemical reaction, enthalpy of given chemical reaction, standard enthalpy of combustion of every element taking part in the reaction should be known. As enthalpy is property, the given chemical reaction can be replaced by set of reactions. Okay. तर आता कंबशनच्या एन्थाल्पी जर माहित असतील, आता मगाशी आपल्याला न्यूमेरिकल मध्ये फॉर्मेशनच्या एन्थाल्पी माहित होत्या, आता आपल्याला कंबशनच्या एन्थाल्पी माहित असतील तर हीट ऑफ रिएक्शन कशी काढायची. तर त्यासाठी काय करायचं, फक्त काय कंबशन एन्थाल्पी जे आहेत जर दिले असतील तर एकच फॉर्म्युला वापरायचा. व्हॉट इज फॉर्म्युला? एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ रिॲक्टंट मायनस एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ प्रॉडक्ट. आणि फॉर्मेशनच्या दिल्या असतील तर एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ प्रॉडक्ट मायनस एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ रिॲक्टंट. तर आणि कंबशनच्या दिल्या असतील तर एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ रिॲक्टंट मायनस एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ प्रॉडक्ट. त्याप्रमाणे काय एक कॅल्क्युलेट स्टँडर्ड एन्थाल्पी ऑफ फॉर्मेशन म्हणजे ऑफ नॉर्मल ब्युटेन रिॲक्शन at 298.15 Kelvin from the knowledge of standard enthalpy of formation. So we have to form a reaction is formation of normal butane. Okay, the formation of normal butane reaction म्हणजे काय? 4 carbon solid plus 5H2 gas gives C4H10 gas. ही रिॲक्शन आहे. ह्या रिॲक्शनचा आपल्याला स्टँडर्ड हीट ऑफ रिॲक्शन काढायची. पण आपल्याला फॉर्मेशन एन्थाल्पी दिलेली नाही, तर काय दिले? कंबशन एन्थाल्पी ऑफ कार्बन H2 आणि C4H10 घेऊन. तर अशा वेळेस काय करायचं? हीट रिॲक्शन काढायची असेल तर एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ रिॲक्टंट मायनस एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ प्रॉडक्ट. तर आपण 4 कार्बन सॉलिड प्लस 5H2 गॅस गिव्ह C4H10. C4 म्हणजे रिॲक्टंट 4 इंटू कार्बनची किती आहे? कंबशन एन्थाल्पी. फॉर्मेशन एन्थाल्पी कार्बनची 0 असते, पण कंबशन एन्थाल्पी किती आहे? -393.78. तर 4 इंटू -393.78 प्लस 5 इंटू H2 गॅस किती आहे? -286.03. ओके, इज अँड मायनस प्रॉडक्ट एन्थाल्पी C4H10 ची -2880. ओके, and the answer is coming as what? -184.83 kJ. अंडरस्टूड? म्हणजे कंबशन एन्थाल्पी जर दिले असतील तर कसं काढायचं उत्तर? रिॲक्शन कशी काढायची? फॉर्म्युला एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ रिॲक्टंट मायनस एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ प्रॉडक्ट. आणि फॉर्मेशन एन्थाल्पी जर दिले असतील तर काय कुठला फॉर्म्युला वापरायचा? एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ प्रॉडक्ट मायनस एन्थाल्पी असोसिएटेड विथ रिॲक्टंट. म्हणजे समेशन NiH आहे प्रॉडक्ट मायनस समेशन NiH आहे रिॲक्टंट. आणि कंबशन एन्थाल्पी दिले असतील तर समेशन रिॲक्टंट मायनस समेशन प्रॉडक्ट. Anybody having understood both these things? Understood? Nikhil, write down in message box.
Yes, sir.
Understood. Okay. Now this is the last numerical of today's lecture. You have to solve and you have to give me answer. Good. Arun. ओके, तर रिॲक्शनच्या एन्थाल्पी फॉर्मेशनच्या एन्थाल्पी असतील तर यार समेशन NiH आहे प्रॉडक्ट मायनस समेशन NiH आहे रिॲक्टंट. आणि कंबशनच्या दिल्या असतील तर समेशन NiH आहे रिॲक्टंट मायनस समेशन NiH आहे प्रॉडक्ट. ओके, तर कॅल्क्युलेट लास्ट न्यूमेरिकल यू गिव्ह आन्सर अँड वी विल क्लोज आवर लेक्चर. कॅल्क्युलेट स्टँडर्ड एन्थाल्पी चेंज ॲट 298.15 Kelvin फॉर द रिॲक्शन C3H8 gas gives C2H4 gas plus CH4 gas. Okay. Until that, I want attendance from your side. I will call those numbers you have to give me. नाही मी आता ते ही करतोय पॉवर पॉईंट प्रेझेंटेशन आहे ना, त्याच्यामध्येच मी ते हे ऑप्शन असते, पॉइंटर ऑप्शन असते, तो घेऊन मी मग ते पण हे काय होते असं कोण दाखवलं की आता स्लेट आहे का त्यांच्याकडे? स्लेट आहे का त्यांच्याकडे? बरं. हाँ, रोल नंबर 1 प्रेजेंट और एब्सेंट. रोल नंबर 1 Absent. I am writing absent numbers. Roll number 1 absent. 2.
Present, sir.
2 present. Okay. 3.
Present, sir.
Okay. 4. Roll number 4. 5 absent.
Present.
5
Present, sir.
Be fast. 5 present. Okay. 6. 6. Roll number 6. Absent. 7.
Present.
8.
Present.
9. Roll number 9.
Present.
10.
Present, sir.
10. 11.
Present, sir.
11. 11.
Present, sir.
12.
Present, sir.
13.
Present, sir.
14. 15. 16.
Present, sir.
16 present. 17. 18. 19.
Present, sir.
20. 21. 22.
Present, sir.
23.
Sir, 20 present.
20 present.
Present, sir.
21. 22 present. 23.
Present, sir.
24. 25.
Present, sir.
26. 27.
Present, sir.
28.
Present, sir.
28, 29.
Present, sir.
30.
Present, sir.
31. 31. 32.
Present, sir.
32. 32.
Present, sir.
33.
Present, sir.
34. 35.
Present, sir.
36. 37.
Yes, sir.
37 present.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
38.
Present, sir.
39.
Present, sir.
40.
Present, sir.
40 present. 41.
Present, sir.
42. 43.
Yes, sir.
44. 45. 46.
Present, sir.
47.
Present, sir.
48.
Present, sir.
49.
Yes, sir.
50.
Present, sir.
51.
Present, sir.
52. 53. 54.
Yes, sir.
55.
Present, sir.
54. 54. 55 present. 54. 56.
Yes, sir.
57.
Yes, sir.
57, 58,
Present, sir.
59,
Yes, sir.
60, 61, 62,
Present, sir.
63,
Yes, sir.
64,
Yes, sir.
64,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
65,
Yes, sir.
66, 55 over. Last roll number, Nikhil. लास्ट रोल नंबर किती आहे?
66 आहे, sir.
66. ओके, 66 प्रेझेंट. 66 absent. Now numerical, we'll go to numerical now. Numerical side. Answer is 9 minus 918.62. So enthalpy associated with reactant minus enthalpy associated with product. इथं आता काय कंबशन एंथॅल्पी दिली, त्यामुळं एंथॅल्पी associated with reactant minus enthalpy associated with product. reactant साइडला C3H फक्त -2221 minus 4 into हे कुठला C2H4 minus 411.98 minus 890.94 minus. आता तुम्ही म्हणताय मायनस आणि प्लसचा गोळ खूप आहे, कारण काय मायनस असेल तर रिॲक्शन इज कॉल्ड ॲज एक्झोथर्मिक आणि प्लस असेल तर रिॲक्शन इज कॉल्ड ॲज एंडोथर्मिक. म्हणजे मायनस आहे तर तुम्ही फक्त प्लस म्हणला तर रिॲक्शन इज एंडोथर्मिक. इथं काय प्लस येते का? इथं
हा, सर.
प्लस येते का? 19918.62. एव्हरीबडी इज गेटिंग प्लस साइन.
Yes, sir.
नाही सर, मायनस येत आहे सर.
मायनस येत आहे.
Yes, sir.
रिॲक्टंट मायनस प्रॉडक्ट केल्यानंतर हा ठीक आहे. म्हणजे मायनस किंवा प्लस हा गोळ करू नका. मायनस असेल तर रिॲक्शन एक्झोथर्मिक होईल, त्याच्या जर तुम्ही प्लस केलं तर ते एंडोथर्मिक होईल. ओके, टुडे विल विथ युअर परमिशन विल स्टॉप टुडे. एव्हरीबडी राईट मेसेज अंडरस्टूड ऑर नॉट, एनी कमेंट एक्सेट्रा फॉर मी. काय स्लो स्पीड वगैरे असावं का, असंच पाहिजे स्पीड, त्याच्याबद्दल सगळ्यांनी कमेंट लिहा आणि विल क्लोज व्हा. प्रत्येक कमेंट मी बघणार आहे, त्यामुळे युअर अटेंडन्स विल बी ऑल्सो मार्क्ड ॲज पर युअर कमेंट. थँक्यू.